Revenge films.
I'm Shelley, working full-time and living with my husband, Tony. After graduating from college, I got a job at a major advertising company. I like my job and had no intention of leaving after we got married. Recently, I got a promotion, which motivated me even more. Tony, on the other hand, works a part-time job at a gas station. One may wonder why I married that kind of man in the first place. Well, he's a bit clumsy, but that was kind of his charm, and he made me feel like helping him. I guess I was attracted to him somehow, and we got married after 2 years of dating. And I'm supporting us. He's a bit misfit, but honest and a good person. I liked being with him. Who's perfect anyway? But he's been acting strange lately. One day when I got home, his mother, Sandy, was visiting. She raised Tony as a single mother, and Tony was submissive to her since he was a child. Sandy was controlling, and Tony never talked back to her. I could tell Tony was a different person in front of her. He did everything she told him to, as if he were brainwashed. I tried not to be in the middle of this. One day, Tony was all smiles when he saw me come home.
Hi, how was your day?
Sandy said, "Oh, I stayed too long. I'm going to go. You two will talk about it later." After she left, I turned to Tony. What was that all about? But he said,
"Oh, nothing,"
and acted strangely. "Come on, tell me." But he pretended not to hear anything. He was hiding something, but there was no way to know until he talked, which made me feel uneasy. Since then, he started to contact Sandy and visit her more often. I knew something was going on, but he wouldn't say anything to me. I was getting tired of this game and talked to him less. He was usually in a pretty good mood and talkative, but he spent more time alone in the bedroom. A month later, Tony told me a shocking truth.
I bought a house for Mom and us. We'll live together from now on. If you don't agree, I'll divorce you,"
he said proudly. What? A house? Then he finally told me what had been going on between them. The last time Sandy visited here, she suddenly brought up the idea of buying a house for the three of us. "Don't you love it? We can live together again in a new house." Of course, he didn't say no. Tony didn't really know what it meant. He was just excited about getting a loan for a new house. I taught him a reality. It's impossible to get a mortgage on a $1,000 monthly income. But Tony said,
"I already got approved through someone Mom knows. It was easy."
He showed me the business card of that person, but I've never heard of that mortgage company. A quick online search revealed that it was a loan shark. But Tony said,
"If you disagree, I'll divorce you,"
ignoring my feelings. So I said, "Did your mother tell you to say that?" And he didn't say anything, but acted awkwardly, like a child. I told him repeatedly, "You can't get involved with that company. They're terrible, like gangs." But he wouldn't listen to me. So I decided to talk to Sandy directly and drove to her house. I told her about the company, and she said it couldn't be, which was the same reaction as Tony's. Please be realistic. Tony is a part-timer and makes $1,000 per month. Normal banks would never lend him money. And Sandy said,
$1,000 per month? What are you talking about? He works for a gas station full-time and he's a manager.
"What? Where did that come from?" I just said, "Huh?" And she replied,
What's gotten into you? My son doesn't do a part-time job. You're making me laugh.
Tony made that up and lied to her. That's why she has no doubt about him getting a mortgage and wouldn't listen to me. I didn't want to get involved with people who would go to a loan shark. I can't throw my life away for them. My love for Tony was faded and gone, and I reached the conclusion that it's time for me to leave him. Tony, not knowing what's been going on in my mind, changed his attitude to me and acted like a king or something. It may have been Sandy's idea, but he would threaten me with divorce every chance he got.
Now that I'm a mortgage holder, I'm a decent man, right? You don't want to be divorced by a guy like me, huh?
He just doesn't understand. He also teamed up with Sandy and told me,
You'll do the housework once we move to a new house because you're the wife.
They were going to use me as a maid, even though I was the provider in the house. Until now, I made more money and worked longer, and Tony helped out around the house. But now he's like a completely different person and very bossy. Is this Sandy's influence? He acted even weirder. One day he put up the picture frame on the wall with the divorce application in it. What's this?
It's Mom's idea. It's a friendly reminder for you to be obedient.
But in fact, it was a reminder for me to do the right thing. But I wanted to make sure their world would tumble down before getting a divorce. I waited for a month to see what would happen. Tony said,
We had the closing on the house, and it's ours. You'll do the packing yourself.
I just said, okay, and started packing. I took out the divorce application from the picture frame and brought it to the city hall. Then I moved to the apartment where I just signed the lease. Tony called me and said,
I told you to pack the stuff. Don't forget, I'll divorce you if you don't do what I say.
Gladly. Good luck with your mortgage payment. I hung up the phone and turned it off. The next day, he showed up in my office and yelled at me.
Why didn't you come home?
I replied calmly, I filed for a divorce, so we're strangers now, and I won't come home.
What?
He seemed panicked. I'll call security if you show up here again. I told him to leave, but he kept yelling.
You'll be sorry. You'll regret this.
After a month of silence, Tony came back along with Sandy. Now Sandy talked.
That company was a loan shark after all, and they're giving us a hard time. Please help us pay it back.
I simply said, told you. Tony started sobbing.
I'm sorry. I was wrong for not listening to you.
Too bad, but it's not my concern anymore. And I got back to my work. Rumor has it that they were soon in big trouble paying back the loan, and the house was taken away. To compensate, Tony had to work abroad in the shady business. He seems to be involved in some kind of smuggling, and nobody knows his whereabouts. Sandy is working in a warehouse for long hours, but she's merely catching up to pay back the interest. and there's a long way to go to pay it all back. I became free from all this chaos, and I am so glad to be out of it in one piece. If I didn't take the action, I would have been on the same boat with them, which is scary. I was lucky to be free from the wrong relationship. I learned the lesson, and I really have to be careful with people to share my life.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.